We're stepping into a decades-old mystery that still echoes today: 9/11 and Pakistan. Was Pakistan truly involved in the deadliest attack on U.S. soil? Did the United States, in a rush for vengeance, make a false move to plunge into Pakistan? And did that plan unravel into failure? The official story has cracks, and the stakes were global. This isn't just history, it's a lesson in power and miscalculation. Hit that subscribe button now, and let's peel back the layers of this untold saga together. On September 11, 2001, 19 hijackers tied to al-Qaeda turned passenger planes into weapons, killing nearly 3,000 people in New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania. The 9/11 Commission report, finalized in 2004 after exhaustive investigation, pinned the blame squarely on al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden, with no evidence of state sponsorship from Pakistan or elsewhere. The hijackers were predominantly Saudi, with no Pakistani nationals among them. And bin Laden's early denials to Ammar Karachi in 2001 further distance any official Pakistani link. Yet within 48 hours, the U.S. turned its sights on Pakistan. Why? On September 13, 2001, Deputy Secretary of State Richard Armitage delivered an ultimatum to President Pervez Musharraf: join the war on terror or face being bombed back to the Stone Age, a phrase Musharraf later recounted in his 2006 CBS interview. This set the stage for a plunge that would reshape nations. Pakistan, despite lacking direct involvement, found itself coerced into the U.S. orbit. Musharraf, facing a military and economic vice, agreed to support the war on terror, opening airspace, sharing intelligence, and deploying 80,000 troops to the Afghan border. The U.S. dangled a carrot: $20 billion in aid over 20 years, per State Department records.
It's not going to be an allied war. Pakistan, 50,000 Pakistanis have died. This country has been radicalized. We are more insecure than ever before. There's something like $80 billion that this country has lost in this war. The U.S. aid is about $20 billion. Countries sinking.
But the cost to Pakistan was staggering. Imran Khan, in a 2018 speech, cited $123 billion in economic losses and 75,000 deaths, including civilians, from ensuing militancy. The U.S. move was strategic. Pakistan's 2,500-kilometer border with Afghanistan made it a critical staging ground. But was this a false plunge? Historian Steve Call, in his 2021 book, Directorate S, argues the U.S. misread the situation, assuming Pakistan harbored al-Qaeda's core, a claim the 9/11 Commission found unsupported by hard evidence of government complicity. The plunge began with promise, but soon faltered. In late 2001, U.S. forces chased bin Laden to Tora Bora, but he slipped across the border into Pakistan, a failure admitted by CIA Director George Tenet in 2002 congressional testimony.
How is it that 18 people were being trained for months and CIA was asleep? The most powerful organization? How was it? How was it that 4 aircrafts, 4 airliners are being hijacked from 4 different airfields and a CIA doesn't know? How is it that 3 of them go into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, CIA is asleep? So let us allow ISI to have been sleeping once at least.
Pakistan's cooperation yielded arrests, like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in 2003. But the U.S. grew impatient. The 2011 raid on Abbottabad, killing bin Laden, bypassed Pakistani consent, sparking outrage and a diplomatic rift. Meanwhile, insurgency exploded. The South Asia Terrorism Portal documented 61,000 Pakistani deaths from 2001 to 2020, with militancy fueled by U.S. drone strikes, over 400 by 2018, per the Bureau of Investigative Journalism. The Taliban, ousted in 2001, resurged by 2021, retaking Afghanistan, proving the U.S. strategy's limits. From Pakistan's lens, this was a forced war. From Washington's, a misstep in a broader crusade. The global fallout was profound. The UN Security Council, on September 12, 2001, demanded action against al-Qaeda, but Pakistan's role was logistical, not operational. NATO's reliance on Pakistani supply routes, handling 70% of non-lethal goods by 2010, per ISAF data, highlighted its unwilling pivot. Yet the U.S. accused Pakistan of double dealing, pointing to ISI links with the Haqqani network, a claim detailed in the 2011 WikiLeaks cables. Pakistan countered with its sacrifices, 1.5 million displaced in Swat in 2009 per UNHCR, and demanded recognition. The plunge's failure became evident as Afghanistan destabilized, with the Taliban's 2021 takeover exposing U.S. overreach. Russia and China, observing from the sidelines, offered Pakistan economic lifelines like the $62 billion China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, shifting regional dynamics. So, did the U.S. make a false move on Pakistan over 9/11? The evidence, lack of involvement, coerced alliance, and a failed stabilization suggests a plunge built on shaky ground. The cost to Pakistan was immense, the U.S. goal unmet. What's your take on this hidden history? Share below, like, subscribe, and join us next time for more revelations.